Karibu to your favorite show, the TUBONGE show. I am the host, Pastor Chege, right here at the PCA Thome Online. Thank you for all of you who watch us, and even the PCA fraternity, wherever you are, wherever you're watching us from, in the country or far from the country, we say thank you. Here at PCA Thome, we continue with the theme, keeping the fire burning. Is your fire burning? The fire of the Lord, the fire in the family, the fire at your workplace. Is the fire burning? Let us keep the fire burning. And remember, as the media team right here, together with my producer Victor and the bigger team of the media team, we say that PCA Thome will point you towards Jesus Christ. Good to see you. Now, if you are able to watch the previous episode, you are able to see the letter that we started to write to our parents. And we titled our topic, Dear Parents. And so today we continue on because parents have been wondering, I'm paying fees for my children. And sometimes they are going to these high schools, they're going to these universities. Manze wanachoma, wanaharibu. They are doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, the wrong way. So I want to understand, where does this come from? My brother, Kuria, is still here. Please feel free, Mukuria, to welcome back our viewers.
Welcome back, viewers. We're going to dive deep into what and how we can have a smooth transition from our parents to us, the leaders of tomorrow. I hope I've not deviated from.
Absolutely. That's why we are. Yes.
So it's a work in progress. You know, it's not everywhere where you get everything done at 100%. It's going on slow and steady. I'm more of a positive guy. I prefer looking into the benefits rather than the challenges that we have. Of course, looking into the challenges, you know where to work on. But also the positives, you know, they give you the morale, the boost. Like in the past episode, we've said my dad, when he embraced change, it was a motivation to me. You know, it was a motivation to the family, and it's going to spread all out. I mean, we need to spread. That is how we spread patriotism into even building our nation. Unfortunately, most of our media outlets, they have very minimal positives about our country, you know? And there was a time I was going to school where I light the bus stop, and I looked at the newspaper. It was 8 a.m. in the morning. Trust me, once I looked at that newspaper, I got tired. And it's 8 in the morning. I haven't even gotten to class. You know.
Energy ration.
Yeah, I felt like, surely, am I even the future of this country? Am I the future workforce? And I'm sure I'm not alone.
Please, will you share what you saw, if you don't mind?
I don't remember well.
Yeah.
But it was not morale boosting.
Generally, it was young people doing something, or
it was mostly about young people. But in general, if anything negative in your country is said about your country, you know, it still impacts you. Whether you're old, young, it's going to have an impact in you. And I feel like even as for the youth, we need to embrace patriotism first of all. We need to be able to spread, you know, that love for this nation. You know, you can't go build a nation where you're not happy with it. You're not happy about it. You can't, when you go to work angry, do you think you're productive?
Not really.
That is why we have companies, they try to soothe you with something, maybe a breakfast, you know, for you to provide 100% of it. You know, also our parents are doing that. They've put us in positions where they're giving us our best. You know, we don't have any other option, especially for the boy child. I'm not an advocate of all the boy child needs to be, you know, it's hard out here, you know.
Boy child aliachwa, boy child mtetezi. Yeah.
But si lazima tutetewe. You know, we're the men. We can wake up and be like, you know, I'm tired of sleeping over here. How can I do to push this car forward? And this guy is our country. Country yetu kifika kwa mechanic earlier, the better. So
we need to be that change.
You know, we need to be that change. You know, we need to wake up and push our nation forward.
But before we become that change, let me come back to where I had alluded to. Mtu mwenye alikuwa anatuimbisha pale chorus, alikuwa wa CU. All of a sudden, siku hizi naona wanaombea mzinga ati usituangushe kwa mtaro. How did it end up? Our CU guy knows all the Mzinga types, all the pombes, all the alcohol, knows all the clubs in Nairobi.
You know?
Where do things go wrong? There's someone who's watching who's maybe joining
Sure.
this September or even soon enough.
Right.
They're joining university. And even the parents are asking themselves, kijana wangu vile alikuwa naomba. Nowadays, simuelewi. In your opinion, is it peer pressure ama what goes wrong?
It still boils down to you. We can talk about people drive cars daily, you know. I'm still a student, I'm working. You know, I still have that, I need to go still make a car. But listen, I'm still younger. I still have time to toil for me to get to that point. With peer pressure, especially when it comes, you see, these CU people, they're human beings. You know, we're like, oh, this guy is our CU chairman.
Toka heaven now.
Wametoka heaven. You know,
Yeah.
he comes from somewhere.
Hata yako na mabeshte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaleza si kuanguka. So you find these people, they slip down.
Yeah.
And the problem is we don't want to come pick up those people. We want to see them when they slide. We want to leave them on the ground.
And laugh at them.
Yeah,
laugh at them.
and laugh at
Okay.
them, you know.
Okay.
So for these people, most of them, I come, you know, it's okay. As long as you don't take it to the extreme, you know. Too much of
impressing
something,
people with
yeah,
love.
you know, too much of something is dangerous, you know. So you need to give them you've slipped. It's okay. Wake up. God still wants it. God is still waiting for us, you know. God has said, ule alianguka tuwachana na yeye. He's not fit to be a CU again. Ule kijana alitokanga kwao.
The prodigal son.
Prodigal son.
Yeah.
No, his father received him back.
Yeah.
The guy went with the money, spoiled. You know, we're told.
I'm a mess already.
Yeah, you know, he's messed. But for it, the Bible is a storybook. You learn from it. And for me, whatever I learned from that is, I think he was the last born.
He was the second. There were two. There were two boys. So there was the first born. He was the second born.
You see, the father was like, come back, it's okay. You've made a mistake. Maybe the father had made a mistake and was like, you know, we're not perfect. And to that, we say God is our father. So for those people who's Chegi saying they've slipped, there's a way back to God. So don't give up. Don't feel tormented. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself, go back to God.
All right. I know you've ventured in the university leadership. You've tried that 1-2 things. Let's talk to the young people about what it takes. Because you see, tuna watu kwa Forex, mtu amekuja na Audi. Mtu anasema, my new house. You're wondering, so everybody's going for Forex or all these online platforms and any other funny things. Some people even selling gold and all these stones, right? In the hope that next week I'll have my Mercedes Maybach.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what it takes to achieve things, because I feel like it is true. As the young people, we are breaking barriers. Where kitambo, you will make it at 40 and above.
Yeah.
But right now, we have people in their 20s doing well in their life.
It's true.
So we're not refuting that you can make it, but we're talking about what it takes. Because there are people who are like, wacha niuze shamba ya wazazi, I'll live well.
Yeah.
But most of the times you always find that most of the rich people, you might find a rich person who has invested for 40 years. When they die, within 2 years, watoto wamaliza pesa, wamekuwa paupers. Wameanza sasa kukuwa watu wa mtaro, wanakunywa hata chang'aa. They can't even afford, even drinking. So they're even drinking just cheap liquor because they've wasted themselves. Let's talk about what it takes to make it and to make something work.
First of all, patience is a virtue. You know, patience needs to be something. It has to be synonymous with us. That is why when people refer to the youth, they're the leaders of tomorrow. Like, we need to be patient for that tomorrow to get. You know, patience should be part of the driving force, where you can see your fruits, you can see the seeds that you're planting. You know, you need to be patient for it to grow. For you to come and get the maize comb, it has to grow. You don't plant the seed and in the morning there's a maize comb on the ground and unadhandora. I hope wakikuwa naelewa.
Yeah.
But
Udandura is a peeling off. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Yes.
the things going on.
Yeah.
The same to our parents. You know, we're in positions where you see another parent is richer than the other.
Kakombe fulani.
Kuna kompe fulani, but
Yeah.
you need to be comfortable with yourself. Just the way you said, when I was trying certain things in school, especially elections, you need to be patient. Whatever happens with our leaders out here happens still in schools,
It's the same concept, eh?
Someone wants lunch,
Oh, yeah.
and it's not one person.
Yeah.
It's not two persons. They're not two people.
And when they see you, they see money.
They see you, they're like, hey, kush, there's a way.
Yeah. Mahesh, kiongozi. Yeah.
So at times you get to a point where you've sacrificed something on your side to feed other people. For me, I tell even my parents where I'm not bitter about it. It's just a lesson, I've done that helping people. I did not do that because I wanted. When I was buying for someone lunch, I was like, you're really hungry, I'll buy for you. You don't have
Generosity.
You've been able to convince me to give it to you.
It's not a business.
Yeah, it's not a business.
And nimekununulia na wewe, yeah.
But most don't understand that. That is how we start talking of, we've seen leaders jumping into depression. I think you've heard before your colleague coming out saying, ulevya siasa ni mbaya hata kushinda ulevya pombe. People are addicted out here. Even when we talk about, we see our youths are being radicalized. But if you go sit down with them, these people can clearly see whatever is going on in the world. They can clearly see whatever is going on in the country. They have their opinion, But no one comes to teach these people where your opinion, you don't have to use extra force. That is why I feel I want to call out maybe the opposition of this country where we are very quick to say, the police have killed people. But the opposition leaders cannot come and say, we're having an mandamano, you don't have to burn tires. Do they say that? Do they say that?
They don't.
The only time they had is, we've had 4 people killed.
And they're very quick to report.
Yeah, very quick to report. But we don't come and tell people, this area is known for this and this. So for you guys, if you don't want to be in trouble with the police officers, change your means. Come out and talk. We saw the youth in, is it Nanyuki, or which bus stop in Central, where they were playing football, very peaceful. You go on with but we know certain areas, whether come rain, whether come sunshine, mandamano is called violence is a must. We don't come and tell our youth, okay, this is what and what happens. Can we change that? If we want to be loud, if we want our leaders to hear, I think we can use better means. I believe in preserving life, and people have worked hard, people have paid taxes in building roads. That's especially our parents. So it's very painful when our parents see whatever they've worked for in building this country being brought down. It's an issue. And I would want to call out to my fellow youth out there in universities. You see, right now, university strikes have gone down. It means we are maturing as a country. That should be an eye-opener to our parents. So there was a time your end was,
Was there no one?
There were certain schools where it's chaos. It's pure chaos. There's no defending rights. It's pure chaos. So to our parents, we can see there's slight improvement. That needs to be celebrated. We need to celebrate those youths in making those slight changes and encourage them to continue. I hope that is okay.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel we can conclude on the point of the importance of emotional wellness.
Yeah.
You see, the more people become finer and more intelligent, because as generations go by, people become more empowered.
True.
Right now, people are more educated.
Yeah.
That's why you're hearing the talk of, if you're talking about a degree, there are so many out there.
Many.
So people are more educated, more empowered, which was not there previously. In the 80s, 90s, anybody who had a degree will go employed immediately, even being paid to be in university. Right now, if you can tell, the government has even stopped funding because the people have become too many who need to be funded, and they're even changing the model, where now the most vulnerable are the ones who will be getting more money now, considering now the others later.
Yeah.
And so when now people become more empowered and more refined, what happens is that the challenge now gets off needs. It's not about food now. People are eating. People are living well.
Yeah.
But now you find in your big house, or rather in your comfortable space where you're living, maybe even have a car,
Yeah.
you're not happy. So the battle that right now the young people are in, and the parents need to do this. Why? Most parents think, si nimekulipia fees. Nini inakusumbua?
Nataka.
But kumbe even kusoma has been a problem because you're not at peace. And with this, let me give a case for an example that just this week, it was in our media that a young man on the morning of his wedding was found lying dead in his house. So everybody ni kuendea bibi harusi,
Yeah.
but the bwana harusi is dead. After DCI do their investigations, they realized it was suicide. The guy took dawa ya panya, mouse poison, put kwa yogurt, drank it. Following up is that 2 weeks before, the girlfriend had told him, or the fiancé, that I feel like I'm not ready for you and for this. I need 3 more months to know if you're the person for me.
My God.
But you see, she didn't stop the wedding. So ideally, it's maybe she didn't mean it. But I think the young man didn't take it lightly. He took it as an insult. How can I do all this and you're talking about you're not ready, you don't love me?
Yeah.
So he took it personally. Truth be told, he's an example of many of us. We have silent battles inside of us, of hurts that people hurt us, of pains that we are going through, which can explode and which can make us even not be productive and not do things well. What would be your word for that person who is struggling inside? Everyone is like, ako school of law, ako school of medicine, ako sawa. I can bet you, I know we have some of them watching us in engineering, in law, in medicine, all these, how do you put it, renowned courses, public relations, international relations, very nice. But they're in depression.
True.
Because sometimes hata hawana kakitu kwa mfuko, sometimes they're not sure even where the opportunities are, they have anxiety disorders. What is your word to people who are struggling, and what do you feel needs to be done?
The pressure is getting worse and worse and worse. That's a fact. And especially with university, when people talk about Quinama lunch.
Oh, it's become a thing, by the way. It's become
It's not a joke. It's not a meme. There are people who at lunchtime unajipa shughuli.
By the Quinama lunch, just so you know, our viewer, means you let lunch slide, tutaongea jioni, like you won't do lunch, tutaongea jioni, yeah.
Comrades out here are missing meals.
Not as a joke.
Not as a joke. And I used to think, how is this possible? Until I got to university myself. Where you come and maybe you find a bit of finances, you've done your mathematics with a bit of minus, and you're like, lunch lazima itabaki nimeinama.
Imekata.
It's possible. And there are people who do it because they actually don't have resources.
And you're in uni.
What is it? So everyone is like, maybe he's in university,
Ako sawa.
Especially, with the boy child. That is why I'm an advocate of youth. We push the youth in general. Right now we are fighting for girl child. It's like an up and down. The girl child is left down. We push them up to a higher level. The boy child is down. We have to push him to another higher level.
It's just taking them together and
we need to
considering
put them together, all together, and push them. It's a fact. The jobs. You see a certain girl and you're like, you tell your neighbor, hapa tutoboy. Hapa tutoboy. But let us just try. We cannot ignore such people, and it's actually tormenting. But we're lucky the way men were built, the way God built us. We are very strong. We are the pillars of the world, And if you feel like your walls are about to break, kuna simiti, you can go get cement, mix it with a bit of ballast and sand, and fix the crack. Be strong until the end. We've seen people do that. They've graduated. You don't have to feel like you're not the first one and you're not going to be the last. But it's a battle where you have to fight. You know, where you have to be participant. Where I was like, kuteseka ni kwa muda tu. I think, can that be a good...
I know, right?
Kuteseka ni kwa muda.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. And my friend called Tony Nganga, he's in the US Army.
Yeah.
He puts it this way. Let me quote him. That by the way, hi Tony. He says that where you are is not who you are.
It doesn't define you.
Yeah, because sometimes you're so locked up. When unainama lunch, unainama all your life. No, that's that season. It will come to an end. One day you'll have a good life and you'll be better.
It's life.
Yeah.
And now.
Amazing. Yeah. I feel like I've locked a lot that was about to come.
Yeah.
But you have to pause it there because of time. But we're so grateful. These are the conversations we need to have. And as the young people, I think the biggest thing we need to do, they say bad things happen when the good people remain silent. So when you have such conversations, I'm sure someone has learned, someone has been healed, someone has gotten hope. They say if you do not have hope, you're a walking dead person.
True.
The biggest thing you can get out of this show, as Mukri has put it, keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Leo imekata, sawa. But tomorrow we are there, we'll push. Thank you for watching us. This is your favorite show, the TUBONGE show. Thank you. Please invite a friend to subscribe and to like our content. A lot in store for you. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.